Today is Wednesday, the 19th of April, and this is from the South. Tens of thousands of Venezuelans rallied in Caracas this Wednesday in separate marches. Government supporters marched in defense of the Bolivarian Revolution and to reject coup plans by the right-wing opposition. This Wednesday also marks the celebration of 207 years of independence for the South American country. The opposition also held what they labeled a mega march, calling for Maduro's ouster, which comes after more than a week of violent protests that left several dead. Cuba's Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez Padilla says there should be no foreign meddling in Venezuela's internal affairs. Padilla made the statement during his visit to Portugal earlier this Wednesday. The foreign minister added that Venezuelans can resolve their own issues and that countries should encourage peace, promote dialogue and solutions to the crisis in Venezuela. At least 11 were killed and 20 missing in a fresh landslide in the central Colombian city of Manizales in the early hours of Wednesday morning. The landslides affected at least 57 houses, many built on steep hills. According to the city's mayor, the city's monthly average of rain fell in one night. A recount of more than 1.2 million votes in Ecuador late on Tuesday has confirmed the leftist candidate Lenin Moreno as the winner of the presidential elections. In the recount, Moreno obtained 51.6% of valid votes, with his opponent Guillermo Lasso at 48.84%. Brazilian police union members clashed with congressional police on Tuesday while protesting the pension system at the lower house of Congress. Stun grenades and tear gas were used against them after they broke through the barricades surrounding the building. Earlier this Wednesday, the Brazilian government gave into increasing pressure to scale back sweeping reforms to the country's pension system. The government has agreed to lower the minimum retirement age for police officers. While on a visit to Japan, United States Vice President Mike Pence vowed that the U.S. will counter any North Korean attack with a, quote, overwhelming and effective response. Pence is in the region to reassure allies fretting over North Korea's quickening missile program. Still in Japan, where thousands of protesters rallied in Tokyo to oppose the construction of a new U.S. military base in Okinawa. Over the next 5 years, a new facility will be built in the waters as part of the relocation of the U.S. Marine Corps Futenma Air Station. The move has been received with continuous opposition from locals and the governor of Okinawa. A group of young Yemenis set out from the rebel-held capital of Sana'a on a 140-mile march to protest the war and humanitarian crisis in the country. According to the head of the organizing committee, the march is a message from the Yemeni people that refuse to allow the port of Hodeidah to be occupied or transformed into a military base. United Nations investigators have found 17 new mass grave sites in central Congo. The UN rights body is threatening a global court investigation if the government fails to do its own. UN investigators also gathered reports of rapes and killings by soldiers. The government said it would investigate the reports once it saw the evidence. And in sports, former American football star Aaron Hernandez was found dead in prison, where he was serving a life sentence for murder. According to prison officials, Hernandez hung himself with a bedsheet. However, his lawyer has called for a, quote, transparent and thorough investigation. According to a U.S. report, Hernandez's inner circle believes he may have been murdered. More on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English.